So if you've wondered what our rush hour sounds like on a Monday morning, it's just approaching 8 o'clock and this is it.
Dobry day,
Zdravejte.
and welcome back to our little Bulgarian adventure.
We thought we'd just show you what rush hour in Mariupol is like, especially on a Monday morning.
At 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it's not the busiest as you can see. But next week we might show you rush hour in the evening.
Yeah, which is slightly more lively.
Yes, you'll see why when we show it.
So it's been a really hot week here, hasn't it?
It has, yes. Today we're topping 27, 28 degrees centigrade.
And I think that's in the shade.
Yes. You go out in the sun, it's considerably hotter.
We've spent quite a lot of time wandering around in the sun this week, haven't we?
Yes, we've had a toing and froing week, going in and out of Targovishte for various reasons. We're preparing for the big jobs we've got, doing Max's room, dog shelter, that sort of thing. You saw last week I got all the materials for doing that. This week was more about tools.
Yeah, so you've been collecting deliveries of tools.
Yes.
Sorting out your cement mixer.
Yeah, my concrete mixer had an issue which I had to resolve before I could use it properly. This is what happened. Now that I've got all the materials for doing Max's floor, it's time to turn my attention to my concrete mixer. You saw me using it a few weeks ago when we were doing the posts for the dog enclosure. Something we discovered at that time that I need to address before we use it properly is the following. That was just using water. You can see how much water has come out in that literally just 1 minute we were running it for. Now obviously I'm going to be using this inside. I don't want this happening when I'm trying to mix concrete. I have reseated the seal a couple of times. It doesn't seem to make an awful lot of difference. So I've now got some sealant which I'm going to put around the seal, and hopefully that will take care of the problem. To get to the seal I need to take the top half off from the bottom half, which is undoing the 6 bolts around this outside, also undoing the top paddle bolts inside the mixer itself, and then I can lift off the top half. Here's the seal in place. Unfortunately when you tighten down the 6 bolts you still don't get a watertight fit, so I'm going to have to use some sort of sealant both sides of the seal, tighten it down, and hopefully that will take care of the problem. I've cleaned up around the seal and both sides of the drum. I've also put the bolts in just to hold the seal in place. The next step is to put the sealant underneath the seal, press it down, put sealant on top, take the bolts out and replace the top cover. and then we have to replace the top half of the drum and get it into position. It's now been 24 hours since I did the sealant. It's time to test it to see if it's worked. Now that that's no longer leaking, I can get on and do Max's floor.
Yep, so that's all working now, Adam. So you've
Yes.
got no excuse.
I have no excuse now, except there was so much to do outdoors.
It's very hard to turn your thoughts to cement mixing when it's so lovely.
Yes. And we've been spending a lot of time doing bits and pieces in the garden.
We have. We'll bring you an update on that next week, probably.
Yep. We've used the campsite. We had a cookout.
We did, which Max thoroughly enjoyed, especially the toasted marshmallows.
What's not to enjoy? So yes, we've been basically making the most of the weather that we've had.
Yes.
And enjoying the outside life, which is part of the reason we came here.
And we drank your last bottle of wine, Ivan.
Yes, so
Hurry back.
yeah. We're waiting.
We need to buy some supplies.
So yes, it's been all in all quite a good week for that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's been lovely.
Something else we've done, we went to see the market in Targovishte. It's Friday morning. On a Friday morning at this particular place in Targovishte, it's the outside market. It's basically stalls selling new stuff, stalls selling second-hand stuff. You can get tools, you can get all sorts of stuff. What I'll do now is I'll take you around, show you some of the stalls, show you what you can buy. But this happens every Friday morning here in Targovishte.
Yeah, it was very much Lots of stuff laid out on the ground, a huge amount of tools.
Yes, if you want tools of
Especially
differing...
spanners.
Yeah. There was one stall I thought was scrap metal and it was actually piles and piles of spanners.
Yeah.
But
There's
it did
plenty.
remind me a lot of a car boot sale.
Yes, very car booty.
Yeah. So, but yes, there's a wide range of products, as you saw.
And it's mainly second hand. There's only a few new stalls there, or stuff selling new stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we quite enjoyed wandering around there and seeing what was on offer.
We did. Something else that's happening in Targovishte this week has been the fair.
Yeah, it's the Targovishte Fair, which means they've got an exhibitors hall at the art galleries by the lake, where they've got some clothing stalls and the furniture company in from Targovishte.
Yes.
Mobility Steel, is it called?
Something like that.
They're sponsoring it, so they've got a big display there. And I just found a lovely chair.
We'll see.
It's my birthday soon.
It is your birthday soon. There was every different array of food you could imagine.
Yes.
From ice creams and crepes, waffles, all the way through to barbecue.
Which looked excellent.
It did. We're actually planning on going there tomorrow afternoon, where they're also having a gladiatorial display of gladiator school, which Max is quite interested in. So if you're in the area and you pop down, you might bump into us.
Yeah, that'll be tomorrow afternoon in the park.
Yes. So that's about it from us this week.
Yeah. So Doskoro.
Doskoro. Take care.
Stay safe.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.